I just had to let you know you're.
Hi and Assalamualaikum to our friend and lecturer. Today, Kaylin and I will be presenting a poster comparing engineering tools, which will be chisel and file. First, in terms of physical features, it is made of hardened high carbon steel and usually has a wooden or plastic handle, commonly measuring between 150 to 300 millimeters long. Next, moving on to its characteristic. It features a sharp cutting edge, a strong steel body, a comfortable handle, and a long and straight shape. Finally, its functions are to cut material, shape metal or wood, and remove excess material. Now, I will pass the presentation over to Kelly.
Thank you, Arisha. First of all, let us understand what an engineering file is. A file is a hand tool that is commonly used in engineering and metalworking to remove small amounts of material from a workpiece. It is especially useful when we need to smooth, shape, or finish a material accurately. Now, let's look at the physical features of a file. An engineering file is generally made of high hardened carbon steel. This material is used because the file needs to be hard and durable enough to remove material from other workpieces. The file usually has a wooden or plastic handle. The handle provides a comfortable and safe grip for the user while operating the tool. The length of a file can vary depending on its type and application. In our comparison, the file is commonly around 100 to 350 millimeters in length. Another important physical feature is its working surface. Unlike a chisel, which normally has one main sharp cutting edge, a file has a surface containing many small sharp teeth. These small teeth are responsible for cutting and removing material when the file is moved across the surface of a workpiece. The file shown in our slide has also several parts, including the face, edge, heel, shoulder, tank, ferrule, and handle. The face is the main working surface of the file, while the tank is the part that fits into the handle. The handle allows the user to hold and control the file properly. Next, I will explain the main characteristic of a file. The first characteristic is its rough surface with small teeth. These teeth allow the file to gradually remove material from the workpiece. The second characteristic is that it has a strong steel body. Because engineering work can require repeated use, the file needs to be strong and also durable. Another characteristic is its comfortable handle. A good handle allows the user to apply pressure and control the movement of the file more easily. The file is also generally straight and long, which makes it suitable for working on different surfaces and areas of a component. The number and size of the teeth can also affect the type of the finished product. For example, files with coarser teeth can remove material more quickly, while finer files are more suitable for producing a smoother finish. Now, lastly, moving on to the functions of a file. The main function of a file is to smooth surfaces. For example, after cutting a piece of a metal, the edges may be rough or uneven. A file can be used to remove these rough areas and make smoother surface. Secondly, a file can be used to shape materials. By repeatedly moving the file across a workpiece, the user can gradually achieve the required shape. Thirdly, a file is used to remove small amounts of material. Unlike some cutting tools that remove a large amount of material quickly, a file allows the user to remove material gradually and with better control. This makes a file very useful when accuracy and surface finishing are important. Now, I would like to compare the file with a chisel. In terms of purpose, both tools are used to shape, remove or finish materials. However, they work in different ways, where a chisel has a single sharp cutting edge and it is commonly used to cut, shape or carve material, while a file on the other hand uses many small teeth to gradually remove material and also to smooth the surface. In terms of operation, a file is operated manually by pushing or pulling it across the surface of the workpiece. The user applies pressure while moving the file back and forth. A chisel can be used by hands, but in some applications, a hammer is used to strike a chisel so that its cutting edge can remove material easily.
Third, looking at the cutting edge. Both have hardened steel cutting edge that remove small amount of material. Comparison for chisel, they have single sharp cutting edge, and the comparison for file, they have many small sharp teeth. Finally, for the finish, both help produce a smoother, more accurate surface compared to the original workpiece. Comparison for chisel, they have produced a rough cut, and comparison for file, they have produced a small finish.
To conclude, an engineering file is an important hand tool used for smoothing surfaces, shaping materials, and removing small amounts of material. A hardened steel body and small cutting teeth can make it suitable for repeated engineering work. The handle also provides better comfort and control during operations.
Both tools are valuable and should be used safely and properly.
Most importantly, when using any engineering hand tool, we should always use it correctly and safely to prevent any serious accidents or injuries and achieve the best results. That's all from us. This is me, Kaylin, and
This is me, Irisha.
thank you so much for listening. We are signing off for now. Bye!
I just had to let you know you're